Hi children, last class we have started lesson 3, Let's Grow Trees. And I taught the importance of the plants, isn't it? And what is the use of greenery and how the forests protect our earth. First lesson onwards, we are learning that animals, plants, the things which are around us are very, very important, isn't it? We have to grow plants and trees not only for our food. Okay, we are growing the plants for food at the same time to protect the environment. To protect our environment, we have to grow lot of plants. It will protect the plants, protects the earth. When the earth is safe, we are safe. Isn't it, children? When the earth is safe, we are safe. Instead of destroying forest, what we have to do, we have to plant the trees. Instead of destroying the forest, we have to grow trees. We also learned about the uses of forest and why we should not destroy them for our own benefits. Isn't it, children? I said the forest gives many things to us. So, what we are doing? We are thinking selfishly and we are destroying them for our own benefits. But this should not be done. And we also learned through experiments about the essential conditions for the growth of a plant. What I told you, children, we also learned about the essential conditions for the growth of a plant. So, what are that essential conditions? We all learn now. I think you have experimented at your home also. We got little gap now for our classes. I think most of you have done them. Now, let's know about the places. See, children, these all we have studied now how the green place will be there and how the dried place, isn't it? And we have completed this one. And what are the essential conditions for the growth of a plant? Light, isn't it? Now, the second thing is the fertile soil, and next is the light, sunlight. Okay. So, what we have learned again, see the cursor children, the marking we have learned from the above experiments that water, sunlight, and fertile soil are essential for the growth of a plant. Let's know about the places favorable. Once again, I'm repeating, children, about the places favorable for the growth of plants. See, our teacher said no to grow the plants. Okay, let's all grow the plants. Is it possible to grow the plants everywhere, children? No, isn't it? There will be certain places. Last class, what I said, though your house is small, grow the plants in a pots. Okay, in the balconies, in the near to the main doors, so that what it will give the fresh air. I said, isn't it, children? But here, we can't grow all the plants. We can't grow all the things. It depends upon the places also. So that's what we are going to learn in this 3.5, that is growing plants. What is this, children? Growing plants. Plants prepare food not only for themselves but also for all the living beings. Children, really know the plants are very great, children. The plants prepare food for themselves and but also for all the living beings. Yes or no? Every living beings are depend on the plants. Therefore, the plants are called producers. What is, children? Therefore, the plants are called producers. What they are called? Producers. Now, which places are suitable for growing different types of plants? What is the different types of plants, children? We have already learned in the fourth class itself. There are different types of plants like herbs, shrubs, isn't it? Trees, climbers, creepers, which are suitable for growing different types of plants. What are the precautions to be taken while planting trees? Just sowing the seed or planting a seedling is enough? No. So, what precautions we have to take and why? This is very, very important thing, children. Now, here next go to the next page. Here, which plants are to be planted and where? Here, the most important topic we have to learn, children. Which plants are to be planted and where? Now, uh, I said no that we can grow plants on terrace and balconies and in pots. But what type of plants can be planted? For example, if we grow mango and neem tree on the terrace or in the pot, what will happen? Once you think, children, what will happen? Such a big trees. Did you see now mango tree, neem tree, how big they are? If we go in our grow in our on our terrace or in the balcony or in the pots, what will happen? They will grow? No. So that's why we are going to discuss about these things in 3.5. Now look here, children, which plants are to be planted and where. It is very, very important. We should select a suitable place for planting a tree. First, what you are planting, that is more important. What is important, children? What type of plant you are growing. Suppose where you are growing. Suppose you have a rose plant where you can grow anywhere, even in the pot also you can grow the rose plant. But what about suppose you have a mango seedling, where you will grow? Can you grow it in the pot? No, because it grows into a very big, because they are not a herb. What are herbs? Like tulsi, isn't it, mint? These all we have learned now in the fourth class. Those are very small plants are called herbs. Herbs can be grown in our houses, isn't it? And shrubs also, like rose plant, shoe flower, okay, other things. Now, here, second point, plant trees which are always green and give shade. Plant trees which are always green and give shade, like neem and Indian beech. What is the Indian beech in Telugu? It is called Kanuga Chettu, we will say, in the school premises. In the school premises, what type of plants can be grown, children? Like neem and Kanuga. They grow into very big children, and they gives us the shade also, and they protect us from the harmful rays of the sun. So that's why in the school premises, see, during the drill, during the PT, during the MPT, during the march past, you see, no, Sanjay sir, how he will take the children under the shade during the these practices. And even when we have the dance practices, we'll go in front of the terrace, isn't it, where there is a shade under the trees. Can you see? Opposite our terrace only there is a kanuga and neem tree also, isn't it? Why do we grow there? And near the shed also, do you see what tree you have? Banyan tree. See, such a big banyan tree we have. Such a big banyan tree we have, isn't it? Now, grow fruit bearing trees like lemon, mango, guava, chiku, banana, flowering plants like temple tree, night jasmine, nerium, nandivardhanam, and other trees like drumstick, curry leaves, coconut, neem, and henna in the backyard of your houses. So you can grow not only children, you can grow food bearing plants. See, in our school, if you just go around the school, you can see number of plants, isn't it? Why do why we have done? See, if you go to the if entrance only, if you come, just either side, you can see one side. What you can see, other one side, all flower bearing trees. This side, you can see the fruit bearing trees like sapota, chiku, isn't it? Sapota only, no, and mango. Did you see, children, anytime when you come enter the school only, when you go to near to the office room, either side we have a garden, isn't it? Why do we grow? It is, it gives us the fruit, okay, and flowering plants like temple tree, night jasmine, parijatam, jasmine, nerium, nandivardhanam, and other trees like drumstick. So what are these drumstick vegetables? Isn't it drumstick? Munakkaya will say, no, that is called drumstick. Curry leaf, karivepaku, coconut, neem, and henna. Henna also, no, maidaku you'll say in Telugu, henna. These all you can grow in your backward of your houses. If you have a lot of place, children, you can grow these. So that the roots of why I'm saying this, because the trees means the roots will be very strong. It needs a lot of space to grow. Suppose if you grow in the pot, how they will grow? Can they grow properly? No. So that's why they need the places. Like small things like what I said, like tomato, brinjal, lady's finger, these you can grow in the pots also, isn't it? So they can grow because they're small. But see, drumstick, curry leaf, coconut, and neem, these you have to grow only in the backyard because they need a lot of space. Plant trees like neem, peepal, banyan, and dairies on both side of the roads. See, on the both side of the roads, I said no. As you enter our school gate, children, I'm talking about the school gate. See, just you see the either side. Under the cycle shed, you can see the banyan. You can see this side the dairies, isn't it? Tall, tall trees you can see. Why we are grown either side? Because it is a road. People you can see, banyan you can see, neem you can see. There can be grown. Not only I'm talking about the school. It can be grown in your either side of the road, not in your houses. Okay. Vegetables can be grown in pots on the terrace, in the balcony, and other places that receive sunlight. See, we can grow vegetables, isn't it? In pots or on the terrace. Terrace means you have no the top. Now many of the families are living in apartments. They don't have the place. Okay, they have only the two balconies, isn't it? And only the front little space. There you can put the flowering plants in front of your house door. Okay, flowering pots you can put. And in the balconies, you can plant like small tomatoes, other things like small things, na, like brinjal, tomato, these all. And if you go onto the terrace, there also you can have this type of vegetable children. Vegetable you can grow, or in the pot also you can put a lot of soil children up to the 4 to 5 inches soil you can put, and you put on the cover one nice cover on that. Okay, not a cover, any cloth, and you spread the nice 3 to 4 inches mud. Okay, make a small fencing around it, and you can plant so many trees on the terrace. If you do that, what will happen? The coolness will come even to the down also. You'll not feel that much hot. Okay, and but it is important that you have to keep only under the sunlight. Now, which type of plants can be grown in the parks? If you go to the park, children, what type of plants you can see? Which plants can be grown in the little space available in your house? See, we have to think which place it is according to our house we can grow the plants. Okay, now suppose you see we can grow fresh vegetables and leafy vegetables with less expenditure. See, children, if you go to the market, now you want to buy the vegetables, suppose kg tomato, it will be 40 rupees or 50 rupees. Okay, suppose if you grow in your house in the pots or on the terrace, the expenditure will be less, no? If you plant once a tomato or brinjal or lady's finger, children, once you will get number of times the tomatoes, lady's fingers, and brinjal. So your expenditure will be less, no? Yes, and moreover, the vegetables grown in our houses are tasty and of good quality. Okay, children, we can grow fresh vegetables and leafy vegetables with less expenditure. See that palakura, totakura, no children, within a leafy vegetable means the greeny vegetables, isn't it? Like spinach, we'll say no, gongura, totakura, bachalikura, these all will grow so easily. Okay, within 15 to 20 days, we'll get a good leafy vegetables, isn't it? With a very less expenditure, you can grow this, and the vegetables grown in our house are very tasty and of very good quality also. There is a no doubt whether they have grown under the which water or under the which manure, whether it is a biofertilizer or the chemical fertilizers. No tension at all, we can happily eat, and there will be no side effects also. These vegetable gardens prevent pollution and bring a cheerful atmosphere to the city dwellers. See, the people living in the cities, if they grow these all vegetables with a less expenditure, what do they get, children? They prevent the pollution. See, they will get the fresh air. The city is fully polluted, no children, with lot of pollution, isn't it? And they bring the cheerful atmosphere. See, if we get a fresh air, our mind and the body will be very happy and cheerful, isn't it? Now, watering these plants ensures our physical exercise and also helps in protecting the environment. What is the one more point, children? Watering these plants ensures our physical exercise. See, bending and cutting the weeds, that this watering the plants, is all exercises you will do. No, that is very very good for our body also, and at the same time it is benefit for our body and also benefit for the environment. We can protect the environment. Green plants growing on the terrace help reduce the temperature in the cities. Roofs of the houses remains cool. One more main thing, children, nowadays you can see how much temperature. I taught you about the ozone layer, no? Because of the holes in the ozone layer, the heat from the sun is emitted directly on the earth. So that's why I see nowadays so many days we were getting the rainfall. But see, continuous rains were there. Again, we are feeling sweat. Why? There is no there is no rain. At the same time, we are feeling so what we'll say hot. Okay, humidity. Why? Because the earth did not become so cool. Even the sun direct rays of the sun is falling on the earth. If we grow the green plants on the terrace, what will happen? That helps to reduce the temperature. It reduces the temperature, and also the roofs of the houses remain cool. If the roofs of the house will remain cool, automatically the house will be very cool, isn't it? The house will be very cool. Now, here, now let's learn the advantages of trees. What are these, children? Advantages of trees. So, you know, children, we have learned from the first class what are the advantages of the trees. But once again, I'm reminding you, give cool breezes, increase the humidity in the air. What it gives, children? If the trees, we plant the more trees, the atmosphere will become cool, and also it increases the humidity in the air. The second point is give shade. Trees gives shade. What trees give? Shade. Say during the hot summer season, you'll be moving here and there for the shade. What will give us a shade? Only the plant. And trees gives us the flowers and fruits. What is the one more important thing? Gives us the flowers and fruits. Next is a give firewood. We get the firewood from the trees, and it helps in occurrence of rains. If there is no rainfall, if there is no trees, there will be no rainfall at all. So rainfall is where, if you want a rainfall, the plants should be there. Next, prevent floods and soil erosion. So the trees prevent floods and soil erosion. Trees prevent floods and soil erosion and provide shelter to numerous living creatures. What they provide, children? They provide shelter to numerous living creatures. See, in the forest, if you grow plants, number of creatures come and they take shelter on them. Okay, in numerous. So in the forest also, you can see the numerous living creatures. Trees provide food to many living organisms. At the same time, trees provide many food to many living organisms. And it gives us oxygen. This is very very important point, children. The plants gives out oxygen, which is very very important for the human beings. We breathe oxygen and we leave out carbon dioxide. Next point, bring greenery and joy. See, children, when you're being depressed, when your mood is not good, what you want to go immediately, you want to go and play in the park. Why you want to go and play in the park? You can play in the outdoor of your house. No, why you want? Because there you can find the cool air with peace of mind, greenery, plants everywhere, so you'll feel the joy. And one more thing, children, it will give the health and also the wealth. It gives the health and wealth. So what is the advantages of the trees? Gives a cool breezes, gives shade, gives flowers and fruits, give firewood, helps in occurrence of rain, prevent flood and soil erosion, provide shelter to numerous living creatures, provide food to many living organisms, give out oxygen, bring greenery and joy, give health and wealth. And here is one more interesting topic, children. Do you know? See, you'll be wondering. I taught you, or even in the fourth class, also this, but most of you have not remembered. But once again, we'll recall mango, tamarind, banyan, and citrus trees grow very big, isn't it? We discussed, isn't it, children? Can we grow them in pots? I said we can't grow them in the pots. But here is a miracle, children. The art of growing such big, tall trees in pots is called bonsai. What is this, children? The art of growing such big, tall trees in pots is called bonsai. It is a traditional art of Japan. So in the Japan, they will grow such a big trees. Can you see, children, this picture? This is a banyan tree. See, such a big banyan tree, how it has grown. So this type of art is called what? Bonsai. What we call them as bonsai plants. Here. Now, precautions to be taken while planting a tree. I said, okay, it should be a favorable place, isn't it? Types of plants also I made you to understand. But what precautions you have to take? Only just planting a plant is important. Planting a tree is important. Sowing a seed is important. Yes, as at the same time, the precautions are also very, very important. See, the stepwise, I will teach you how to plant a seed or plant a sapling. Okay, now first point is, children, dig a pit and divide the soil taken out from the pit into two parts. First, what we have to do? Dig a pit and divide the soil into two parts. Remove the soil into the two parts. You may ask how much we have to dig. You can dig to the 3 to 4 inches, children. 3 to 4 inches. More than that also you can dig. It depends upon the sapling. Now upper soil is fertile. See, remember, children, always upper soil is fertile. Mix organic manure or neem powder to this soil. Fill the pit with this soil first when you plant a tree. So now you have divided two parts. No? The upper soil plant should be mixed up with the manure. Okay, and that first which one you have mixed the manure, no, that should be put first in the pit. That you have to put the first in the pit. Okay, fill the pit with the soil first when you plant a tree. The soil deep inside the pit is not so fertile. Why we are doing? Because the soil deep into the pit is not that much fertile. So only we are mixing the upper soil with the manure and we are putting deep into the pit. After planting a tree, put in the pit as an upper layer. Okay, put the other soil and mix that also with the manure and put it and press it properly, children. That is very, very important. But don't press so much deeply also because the roots need the air to grab, no, isn't it? So that is also very important. Plant the trees in place which are well exposed to sunlight. Where we have to plant? Can you put that plant in a room? No, because the sunlight will be not exposed there. So the plant does not grow well if it is planted in the shade. Even if you are growing outside also, children, you see first where the sunlight comes to the plant. There only have to plant the sapling. We can grow the plants which require less sunlight and can grow under the shade. Okay, we can grow the plants which require less sunlight. All the plants need not need sunlight, children. Some plants like creepers, other they need not need much sunlight. They need only very less sunlight. That can be sown under the shade. Okay, a certain distance must be maintained between two plants. See, beside, you should not keep the plants. So, such a distance should be maintained. What you have to maintain? For a plant to plant, the distance should be maintained. Both the plants become useless when planted too close to each other. If you plant together side by side, what will happen? The plants needs a good strength to grow, no fertility to grow, no. So, if you keep both the plant here side by side, they can't grow properly. So there should be a certain at least 10 feet distance should be there. Okay, that is very, very important. And if the plant is bought from a nursery, it is kept in a polythene cover. Tear the cover with a blade without disturbing the mud and plant it in the soil pit. Suppose you bring the plant from the nursery, children. So it will be brought in the polythene cover, isn't it? So tear the polythene cover very slowly with the blade without disturbing the mud. With the mud only, you have to keep that plant into the pit. Okay. Now, here, immediately after planting a tree, press the soil with the feet so that the roots do not come into contact with the air. So you have to press it tightly, but not that much tightly. And don't pour the water also. Insert a stick into the soil to provide support to the plant. And you have to put a stick to give the support to the plant, because you planted that it will not have much support. If you put a stick, it will give the support to a plant. Water the plant sufficiently. Excess water immediately after planting may lead to the death of a plant. See, you should pour only just sprinkle the water, children. Don't pour much water. If you pour excess water, sometimes the plant may die. Okay. Now, we have learnt about the precautions to be taken while planting the trees. What protective precautions are to be taken to grow the plants well? So, what we have to grow, children? Here, see the plant protection measures to be taken. Use a locally available fence to provide protection to the plant. See, you can see the children how nicely they protect fence. This is called a fence to protect the plant, because if the fencing is there, so the goats, sheep, the dogs, they will not come and disturb this plant, isn't it? So fence is very, very important when the plant is tender. And next, termites do not infect a stick dipped in the tar. Fix sticks dipped in the tar on three sides of a plant. Now wrap a net around them. How we have to do it? What is termites, children? Termites, it will eat away the wood, trees, isn't it? What we'll say? Termites. Chadalu, we will say no in Telugu. Chadalu. Chadal pattanam, like this, will say no, it will infect. So take a stick dipped in a tar. Tar means the roads they will use no the black color tar. Tambar we'll say in Telugu also, that we have to fix dip that stick into the tar and fix three sides, and you can wrap a net around them. So this is one. And to protect plants from animals, fix sticks dipped in tar on four sides of the plants and wrap either old cement bags or fertilizer bags around them. Yeah, what we have to do to protect these from, we have to use any cement bags or else fertilizer bags that you can be used, so that the animals will not come and eat the green leaves. When the pest infects the plants, soak neem powder. Neem powder means take in neem leaves, just make it dry and make a powder and mix into the water for 5 days in water, and sprinkle the water on tree and remaining powder on the visible side of the plant. So some you have to mix in the water and some you have to sprinkle near the plant so that the pest will not infect the plant. This gives protection against a pest and the plant grows well. Even children, when you bring a rice bags to your house, no, your mother will put some turmeric, some garlic near to the bag because you are keeping the stock. Neem leaves, do you remember? Or else a cow dung, because that the insects, the small insects will not come and damage the food, isn't it? So this is very, very important. And try the following methods if it is not possible to water the plants daily. Take an empty 2-liter bottle and make a hole on its lid. Insert some cotton or a cotton cloth into the hole such that only one drop of water falls from it. Cut the bottom of this bottle and fill it with water. Tie this bottle to the stick, giving support to the plant. By adopting this method, we need not water the plant for a week. See, children, okay, if you are there every day, you'll water the plant morning, evening. But when you're not there, or else when you're sick, something will happen, isn't it? We are human beings. Sometimes other things will be happen. So, what is the other method? Another method, See, take a 2-liter bottle, cut upside, okay, little part you cut, and for the lid, for the cap, you make a hole and insert a cotton cloth or any cotton and tie it to the stick. to the plant. So what happens? From that water will come one drop to the plant. So the plant remains green for a week days also. Or else instead of a bottle, you can take a polythene cover also. You can fill the polythene cover with the water. Okay, and tie tightly and fix to the plant and put a small hole. So one drop will be coming. So like this also you can protect the plant for the 1 week. Okay, children, if you take all these precautions, the plant will grow firmly, isn't it? Okay, children, I hope you understood very well. Next class, I will teach you more. Okay, bye. Take care. Read the lesson thoroughly.